welcome friends and spiritual travelers. This is Mystic Owl, aka Nathan. We have another pick a card reading for you today. It's your March 2021 forecast. So what energies are carrying your way, or what you can expect in the month of March 2021. As per usual, please use your intuition to choose a pile. We have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is with the Labrador Jasper, took a while to remember. Pile 2 is with the Lime Opal. Pile 3 is the Clear Quartz Seerstone. And pile 4 is Hematite. Thank you all again for being here and watching my videos and supporting me. I really appreciate it. But let's get started with pile number 1 and find out what's coming your way in the month of March of 2021. Hello, pile 1 with the lovely Labrador Jasper. Let's find out what's coming your way in the month of March 2021. I'm going to start with your tarot cards and we'll get onto your oracle cards a little bit later. So your first card. Ooh, you have the Chariot card. Lovely. Action. You have the 8 of Cups. Nice. You have the King of Swords. And you have the Emperor. Okay, 2 major arcana cards. Ooh, powerful. Which does indicate to me that March 2021 is going to be a month to remember, I think, with 2 major arcana. These are major life lessons and experiences that have a rather large impact on our lives. So with the Chariot, this could actually mean that you've decided to make a literal move. You might be going somewhere. The 8 of Cups tends to talk about walking away from a certain situation and leaving something behind on a journey to search for something better that's more soul-fulfilling, in a sense. So I do see for you, pile 1, with the Emperor here, you really gathering the confidence in yourself to leave something behind and to take action, to move away from something that isn't serving you anymore. You've realized with the King of Swords, who's incredibly intelligent, very intellectual, very honest and humble too, knows his worth and what he wants in life. I think you're just starting to realize that you could do much better than a certain situation that you're currently in. And you may have been feeling an urge recently to just make a change in life, to break away from something that's not working. Or I sense you've been doing some reassessments of the things that you actually consider to be dear to your heart anyway. And now it's time for you to sort of walk away from things that I think are holding you back from really standing tall and being like the best version of yourself that's following your dreams and your passions and just only giving time and energy to those things that are worthwhile, the things that you love and those people that you love is what I'm getting. So this could be an actual relationship that you're walking away from. As I mentioned, it may actually be a literal move. You may have been deliberating recently about whether it's time to move away from a certain location, a living environment that maybe isn't working for you anymore. It might just be feeling a little bit draining or stagnant. Or maybe you just wanted to move to a new place because you actually love that new place and you want a fresh start. The 8 of Cups can also talk about like leaving behind any sort of like attachments or addictions or habits that are preventing us from leveling up and finding that 9 of Cups, which is all about wish fulfillment and peace and a sense of achievement and pride in the things that you've managed to achieve in your own life. So I think for you, March is going to be a month where you really like get a desire, this urge to break free and to take action and to go after the things that you want. And also, I suppose, to start setting boundaries and to cut off anything or anyone that I think is preventing you from, living your best life, basically. The Emperor for me is kind of the real epitome of the archetype of being a leader. He takes control, he knows what he wants, he leads through example. And so I guess in a sense, you doing this is probably also encouraging other people to maybe look after themselves and to put themselves first. So this is something that I think is not only good for you, pile 1, because I think it's something that you've probably been, feeling as if you needed to do for a while, But with the King of Swords and the Emperor here, I think that you'll be able to, like, you know, impart wisdom onto other people about what you did to change your life, but also inspire people just to inspire people to do the things that they love by leading by example, in a way, which I think is really beautiful. Good for you. So definitely a month of a progression where you learn to put yourself first and to chase your own needs and desires. Lovely. Moving on from that pile one, we'll have a look at your oracle cards. Oh, you have the horse spirit. Freedom is yours. Okay. Number 33, which is a master number that might be significant for you. Potentially you've been seeing a lot of 333s on the clock. I remember when I was having, I guess, waking up to something bigger than myself, or a spiritual awakening. For a couple of years there, whenever I looked at the clock or watch or, you know, or number plates or something like that, I'd see the number 333. It was a very significant time to the point that I actually pointed out to a friend at work. I'm like, I always see 333 on the clock. It wasn't until maybe 6 months later that I met somebody. Actually, I met 3 people in a series of like 2 weeks that had a really significant impact on my life. And I think I met them for a reason. And basically, I think those people and seeing the number 333 was a recurring pattern in my life to realize that I needed to change my life in a big way because there were things that I was doing that was not in alignment. Yeah, I'll talk about those in later videos, but potentially this is a sign for you, especially with the horse spirit. Freedom is yours, really wanting to break free of anything, any patterns, behaviors, or leaving behind people that you know just aren't right for you right now. They don't necessarily have to be people that don't have your back or are maybe sabotaging you. Sometimes when we're leveling up and becoming a better person, we just don't vibe. We're not on the same vibration as other people that maybe we used to be in the past, and we don't have anything in common anymore with them. So it's about really assessing those relationships and those habits that you have that potentially are not serving you anymore, breaking free and actually like moving towards, with the Chariot here, I just realized also, with 3 horses here, 333, 3 horses, beautiful. So horses might be a very significant animal in your life too. I definitely would encourage you, pile 1, to look up the significance of the horse totem. It is all about basically freedom and doing the things that you love, living the life that you want. So I think definitely a message of like needing to let go or leave behind anything that is preventing you from actually doing the things that you want and living the life that you want also. You're the lion spirit, number 37, beautiful. Be generous of spirit. Lovely. The lion spirit always reminds me of the zodiac of Leo, and also the card of strength in tarot, right? Which kind of aligns well with the horse spirit and the message in this reading anyway. Leos like to put Leo first. Leo likes to be, I guess, the king, the magnanimous king that stands in his own power and really like chases his own dreams and desires. Leo's very grand. People adore Leo for living his best life and standing bright, and in his own right encourages other people to really chase their dreams and desires also. But with Be Generous of Spirit, I think this is just about reminding yourself that you have so much to offer, pile 1. I really see a group that I would call like natural leaders. A group that is in a place right now, and I think during March 2021 you will continue to really cut away those things that are preventing you from, or holding you back from, standing tall and taking charge of your life, right? And directing your life down a path that you want and only you want, that only you can achieve, pile 1. So you're a leader in the sense that you're leading your own life down a path that I think is most fulfilling for you, chasing that 9th cup and the 8 of cups here, taking action on the things that you want with the Chariot and the horse spirit. But as I mentioned earlier, a leader in the sense that you're like encouraging other people to stand tall and to put themselves first and to do what they want and to stand up for the things that they believe in. And your final card is the card of You're Not For Everyone. I love this card because it really resonates with me. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Okay, that's beautiful. Yes, what is it you've always wanted to do, pile 1? Have you always wanted to like start something new and forge your own path? Take control of your own life? Be the, hold on to the reins. What's the expression? Take the reins, in a way. This reading is really encouraging you to go after the things you want and to break free of anything that is preventing you from doing that. Basically, your true north, your north node. You may have a north node in Leo. We also have the Chariot here, which represents the zodiac of Cancer, and the Emperor, which is Aries. So strong, lots of fire energy in this reading too. And with so much fire energy, this is all about passion and desire too. Doing the things that you've always wanted to do. What is it you are most passionate about? And I sense that you are a group with the King of Swords. It probably is in a place where you really don't give a shit what anyone thinks anymore. So now that you've got the confidence within, you know who you are and what it is that you want. You're not going to be allowed to be held back by anybody else's thoughts or beliefs or let anyone get in the way of what it is that you want to create in your life, Pile 1. What is it that you've always wanted to do? Put yourself out there and have a go, and I think you'll see. And I think in the month of March, you'll probably start to see success in those things that potentially you've been afraid of doing before in the past. I'm also seeing here too, embrace your weirdness. And with the King of Swords, who is incredibly intelligent, I'm also getting strong sort of Aquarian energy, Aquarian essence here. Just being very unique, a little bit eclectic and weird. Very forward thinking too. So you have an incredibly powerful spread here, Pile 1. With the Lion Spirit and the Emperor taking charge. Shining your light bright. Doing the things you want. But also with the You're Not For Everyone card and this strong Aquarian sort of essence that I'm getting from this reading with the King of Swords there. You're incredibly intelligent and have the ability to really create a solid plan and to know what it is that you need to do to get to achieve the things that you want, to take action and to see progress, to see actual literal progress, things starting to take off, which I think is really beautiful. Lovely. Moving on from that, Pile 1, let's see if we can get some further messages for you from the Moonology cards, just because they're essentially my favorite deck. I'm actually filming this on the full moon in Virgo in the end of February 2021, so we'll see what the cards have to say. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for Pile number 1, who are putting themselves first and breaking free of any habits, mindsets, people, situations that are preventing them from living their best life. Any further messages, please, Spirit? Chasing freedom with the Horse Spirit, though. Ooh. Okay, the first card that's come out for you is the Full Moon at Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Okay. Which I think really bodes well with this reading anyway, right? With the Eight of Cups there, potentially in the past you've been a little bit negative or afraid to chase your dreams. You may have been too concerned about what other people think about you doing the things that you want, or maybe you've just been a little afraid of putting yourself out there, fear of success even. But I see you really breaking free on that, getting the confidence during March to put yourself first and releasing negativity, walking away from those things that are preventing you from actually achieving the things that you want. This could also have to talk about certain patterns or addictions too. I remember for me when I was sort of caught up in a lot of bad patterns there for about 2 or 3 years. There was some really heavy drinking, hanging out with people that were not good for me. I wasn't very motivated at work, and I had to change a lot of mindsets and leave behind a lot of bad habits. And I think that's probably what you've been working through recently also. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for you? The Pile number 1, there it is. And your last card, is the Full Moon in Libra, which is really beautiful. 2 full moons, which I think is quite synchronistic with the Full Moon in Virgo today. A win-win outcome is forecast. Lovely. Once again, taking action on the things that you want, as I picked up on earlier, with this beautiful coupling of incredible intelligence. Once again, more air energy here with Libra too. You're incredibly cerebral and intelligent, Pile 1. But coupled with that strong passion and desire and need to take control of your life, you are destined for success if you put yourself out there and try to break free of anything that's not working for you. To have a go on those things that you've always wanted to do. Now is the time, and I think in March you'll get that confidence and that know-how to do the things you've always wanted to do. Lovely. Let's get a closeout message for you from the universe has your back date. This is a really beautiful reading, and I think March is going to be a month, especially with 2 major arcana, that you will look back on and just really see as being a turning point in your life where you actually, like, you know, started to put yourself first, pile one. Took the reins of your life again. Broke free of a lot of bad habits that were holding you back. Your final card. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. That's really beautiful. What I'm drawn to, though, is the third eye opening up here, right? I did pick up on a grid that may be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities earlier, like 333 potentially, leading up to a spiritual awakening, which is really calling for you to sort of level up and become like to become the person that you've always wanted to become, is how I want to put it, I suppose. So trust in any intuitive nudges that you may have. Look out for signs and synchronicities that are leading you on your way. Basically, I like to think that they're a confirmation that, you know, we're on the right path and we're doing the right things, and that spirit and our spirit guides and our spiritual team, our angels, are here supporting us to do those things and to look after ourselves. You got this, pile one. Go get them. I hope you have a beautiful March. Happy birthday to all of my fellow Pisces out there too, if you're watching this. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile number 2. Hello, welcome pile 2 with the lovely lime opal. Let's find out what you can expect to come your way in the month of March of 2021. I just want to say happy birthday to all of my fellow Pisceans out there. My birthday, I'm actually turning 40 on the 18th of March, which is a little bit scary, but that's life. Your tarot cards. You have the 7 of Cups. Nice. Ooh, you have the Devil card. You have the 6 of Coins, or the 6 of Pentacles. You also have the Ace of Coins, lovely, or the Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. I love it in this deck. I really love this card with the peacock wrapped around the pentacle and the rose. To me, it's all about, like, well, the Ace of Pentacles in general is sort of a new income stream, like potentially a new start in terms of making money, a new job offer, something coming in that can be a fresh start in terms of finances or the material realm anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be about money and anything material. It could be about your health. It could be about your home, you know, the surrounding nature around you and stuff like that. But this coin, this card for me always, like, gives me an essence of, like, self-love and standing tall and bright. Like, the peacock is a very proud animal that loves to show itself off. And with the rose here, which is I guess a totem of love and giving, right? For me, this is all about nurturing yourself, looking after yourself. And from what I can see from the cards here, maybe that's what you've started to do a little bit more recently, pile 2. Because with the Devil card here and the 7 of Cups, I sense that you've been in the past in a place where you felt a little bit confused about why things weren't working out for you. You may have felt as if, like, I'm really just picking up in a group that probably has felt they've been struggling a little bit financially, or have been in kind of a lacking mentality. And because it's probably what you've been dealing with, you may not have been able to pay the bills, or you haven't had enough to, like, spread around and to live the life that you want. You've been struggling a little bit, whether it be financially or just in terms of motivation. I think maybe there's been some things that the 7 of Cups can also talk about, you know, confusion. It's Neptunian in energy. Maybe too many choices to choose from. You don't know which one to choose, what path to go down. Just like clouded, I guess, like clouded vision, not knowing what to do, or what the best option is to choose, or what to do to get out of a certain situation. The Devil does talk about restrictions in general, or temptations. So potentially you've been through, like, a period in life where you felt as if you're not making any progress. But with the 6 of Coins here, which comes after the 5 of Pentacles, right? The 5 of Pentacles is the card of lack, of poverty. It's in the standard Rider-Waite Tarot, it's the 2 poor souls out in the cold and the snow with no shoes. They've got no one to look after them. They don't know where the next meal's going to come from. They don't know where to like get shelter from. And they just feel basically abandoned and left out by life. Like the universe has sort of forgotten about them in a way. But the Six of Coins comes after the Five of Coins or the Five of Pentacles, where you're starting to make progress and moving beyond that lacking mentality. You're starting to get your balance right in terms of looking after your finances and all of the other aspects of this 3D reality. Like finding that right sort of balance in terms of what you need to do to make sure that you are paying the bills, that you can look after your friends and family and feed yourself, that you are getting enough exercise and starting to look after yourself in a sense. So I think in a way with the Ace of Coins here, this reading is all about you finding another like inspiration to continue in March 2021 to make changes that are breaking free of any sort of stagnant energy or restrictions or potentially even like addictions and bad habits that you may have. The devil tends to talk about really like delving too much into the 3D realm. It is ruled by Capricorn, which is an earth sign. Lots of earth energy in this reading, I'm just seeing also. But generally it's about like just enjoying things a little too much. People tend to give the devil card a bit of a bad rap, I think. And it can often be about real restrictions or negative thought patterns that we need to change. But often I think it's just about sort of, you know, overindulging, enjoying the finer things a little too much in a way. And with the Seven of Cups here, there may be more than one thing in this 3D reality that maybe the balance hasn't been quite right in the past. But I am seeing you starting to get that balance right as you move forward from March 2021 pile 2, which is really, really beautiful. Good on you for doing the hard work. I'm also seeing here with the Ace of Coins and the Six of Coins here, you can see in this card, like the man, or it could be any gender really, like handing over a letter. I'm just sensing that maybe there's a new opportunity coming for you also. Now that you've actually sort of started to like break free of any negative thought patterns about what it is that you can or can't achieve, starting to like get on top of anything that's been holding you back. More opportunities are going to start coming to you, absolutely. This could actually be a literal like job offer, potentially, with the Ace of Coins here, somebody handing you a new job. It could be like a financial windfall. Maybe the Six of Coins can often talk about like giving and receiving too. What goes around comes around in a sense. So maybe somebody that is close to you is going to help you out financially during March. You might be receiving money or goods, groceries maybe, or like self-care products from somebody that just wants to look out for you to make sure that you can get through this really tough period and until you're in a place, which I think you're getting into, where you are self-sufficient and looking after yourself again. Beautiful. So this may actually be like a literal job offer. If you've applied for a job recently or you've been hoping to find a new one, then I think March will be a very opportunistic and positive month in that aspect. So yeah, go get him. Moving on from that pile 2, let's see what your oracle cards have to say. Ooh, you have number 3 in the Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. That's not surprising at all, really, is it? And I think that's what you've been doing recently, as I picked up on. I think over the recent past, you've been starting to realize that if you want your life to move forward again, pile 2, you need to take control of your life and actually make positive changes. I think you've been like changing your mindset on certain things, maybe you've been doing a lot of like positive affirmations to try and break free from a lacking mindset potentially, or at least you've started to like get the balance right in terms of not indulging too much in certain habits or patterns, you know. But yes, I think in March you'll continue to set healthy boundaries, look after yourself. This could also talk about your health too, right? Healthy boundaries. I was saying earlier, like the Ace of Coins and the Six of Coins, lots of earth energy, once again, can also talk about like anything in this 3D reality, about your body and your health too. So maybe you're starting to like make habits that are better for your health. You might be starting to exercise again, potentially if you've been locked indoors either through winter in the Northern Hemisphere or just in COVID in general. You've been in isolation or lockdown. maybe you're able to get outdoors again and start to like go for walks and get more fresh air. But just doing those things that I think bring you back into balance so that you're not sort of like focusing on the things that maybe you've been focusing on a little bit too much. I haven't actually seen this card before. I've never seen the Armadillo Spirit in this deck. So there you go. And you have the Wasp Spirit, number 64. Sometimes life stings. Okay. Well, that's not surprising. I think you've really had it tough recently, Pile, too. We'll see what your final card is before I keep talking. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. That's beautiful. Well, that's a positive card anyway, because I think these two, not to say that they're really negative, I just think they're you know, letting you know that there's things that you need to change. I do sense that you've really had a hard run recently. Along with the Six of Coins here and the Devil card, I think potentially you've been through a phase where you've really struggled financially, or you've just been really down in the doldrums. There may have been a series of events recently that have like really got you down and you've lost your confidence. But I see you starting to work on that more and more in the month of March. Whether you've like actively chosen to sort of get out and start exercising, look after your health, change your mindset on certain things, potentially even setting up like control mechanisms that are preventing you from doing things that you know you shouldn't be focusing on. Like maybe allowing your friends to look after your finances even so that you don't have access to it. Or giving away things that you know are distracting you from taking control of your life even more, you know, setting up boundaries and mechanisms that are preventing you from doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing, which I think is really, really brave and commendable. It takes courage to first even acknowledge that there's things that we need to work on, but then to actually do it and stick to it is really, really, it's hard work, Pile 2, and I think you know that already, but I think you're already starting to see progress. And in March, I think you'll start to see even more and more progress. And I really believe the universe is like rewarding you for making changes. I like to think that the universe like supports us through, I guess, things getting a little bit easier the more we actually take control of our life and break free of certain patterns and addictions that were preventing us from being the best version of ourselves. So yes, absolutely. I think you're being rewarded for doing the hard work, which is really, really beautiful. I'm also seeing here with your life as a canvas. This is a beautiful reminder that you're never down and out in life. No matter what you've been through, you can always start again. There's always something that you can find to be grateful for to start with, like, you know, having a nice warm bed to start with to sleep in overnight, which maybe was even a struggle for you in your past, you know. But what is it that you're inspired by, Pile 2? Your life is like canvas, creative accountability. This can talk about like creative talents, potentially, which may even be like a new income stream that you might have. If you are creative and there's something you've always wanted to try and make a business out of it, then put it out there and see what happens. Like, the cards are indicating that there's a potential for it to be successful and to take off. But in general, it's about, you know, starting again and writing your own book. Like, you can always turn your life around if there's something that inspires you. Is there something that you're passionate about? Focus on that right now when you're feeling really, really down, and let that be your motivator, your driver that keeps you going and continues to lift you out of what's been a really, really harsh experience, a harsh time that you've been feeling really, really down and out. But I think you're finding that spark of inspiration and desire to change your life. And as I mentioned, the more you do it, the more you're starting to see the rewards. And the universe is literally rewarding you with like a divine gift coming in. Probably a lot of signs and synchronicities also to let you know to keep going, that you are on the right path, which is really beautiful. Get inspired, Pile 2, and keep it up. Moving on from that, let's see what the Moonology cards have to say for you. Spirit, can we get some further messages for Pile number 2, who are really breaking free of a harsh time, a harsh period in their life, starting to see the light again in life, putting themselves first, taking control. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for Pile number 2? This is similar to Pile 1 in a way. Similar messages, but I don't think Pile 1 has been through what you've been through, Pile 2. There's really a strong indication that you've felt like down and out, like you've felt uninspired and you've really, really struggled, I think. But you are this beautiful peacock, right? You have so much to offer the world. It's time for you to believe in yourself and to show that off. If you are creative, put your creative talents out there. Show the world your gifts. Stand tall and bright. Believe in yourself. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 2? One more. Oh, there you go. Ooh, beautiful. Yes, lovely. Oh, it's giving me shivers. That's lovely. There you go. There's your 2 cards. Actually, there's 3. Look at these cards. Believe in the impossible, the blue moon. I've got shivers from this card. This is beautiful, pile 2. This is really saying that, like, I don't think you even know what your future's going to be like. From what you've been through and what you're managing to, like, achieve, what you're being led towards to creating in your life is going to be so much different to what you've been experiencing in the past. Believing the impossible really means that you need to, like, go big, right? That your life is going to be so much better than you could ever have imagined. And you really deserve it because you've had it bad. You deserve it because of the experiences you've been through, not in spite of them. Try not to think that you don't deserve to live your best life because you've done bad things or that you haven't always been in alignment, right? You've learned so much and grown, and you're continuing to grow and to find that strength within. There's so much that you can achieve. The universe just wants you to believe in something far bigger than yourself. You have the communication is key card, New Moon in Gemini. And your last card was also like a new romantic cycle begins, a New Moon in Libra, which is really, really beautiful. It's a fresh start for you, absolutely. This is really optimistic also. Once again, as I mentioned, really getting that balance right of, like, maybe not dabbling in things that you enjoy so much anymore, but actually getting the balance right in terms of looking after your health and looking after yourself by, making sure that you get on top of anything that has been not working out for you in the past. Absolutely. And with the New Moon in Gemini, the communication is key card. For me, this really indicates that whatever it is that you want from the universe and your spirit guides, all you need to do is ask, right? Be brave and ask for it, and you will receive it. Like, the universe wants you to know that you deserve to have a far better life, and there's so much to look forward to in your future. You just need to believe in yourself, continue to believe in yourself, continue to make the changes, and be brave and ask for what it is that you want, because you can and will achieve amazing things, pile 2. This is really, really beautiful, really powerful. Let's get a closeout message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. There it is, bam. Spirit was waiting for that one. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Wow, that is beautiful. And no wonder Spirit wanted that card to come out, because it really sort of, like, captures the essence of this reading. I think in the past you were just focusing on all of the bad things in your life, right? And it's easy to get into that negative mindset because your reality enforces it. You start to see things in your life that make you believe that life is hard and miserable. But you've started to be brave and you've made changes. You've changed your mindset. You're telling yourself that you are worthy, that you do deserve good things. You're taking control and making brave changes. You're setting up boundaries to prevent yourself from doing things that you know you shouldn't do, and you're literally being rewarded it. And the more and more that you do this, the more you'll start to see changes in your reality, and it'll get better and better and more exciting for you. It kind of becomes its own reward in a sense, because it inspires you to keep going. And that's what you need to do. Just keep pushing, pile 2, and you have no idea what you can achieve, I think. Lovely reading for you. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you, even though I know it may have been a bit of a harsh message to start with. But there's so much to look forward to. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Go get it. Put yourself first. If it did resonate, please like and subscribe. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello, welcome pile 3 with a lovely clear quartz seer stone. Clear quartz. Maybe you, this is a group that may have an interest in divination, awesome divinatory skills and experience. Anyway, let's find out what's coming your way in the month of March 2021. I just want to say happy birthday to all of my fellow Pisceans out there. My birthday's on the 18th, and I actually turned 40. I'm a little scared, but that's life. Moving on, your tarot cards. Ooh, you have Temperance. I love Temperance. Beautiful. It's really lovely in this. It's a really beautiful depiction, I think, of Temperance. Like with the water falling between the two. He gets a jug and a chalice. The Ace of Wands. Nice. Ooh, the Sun card. Beautiful. Okay. And you have the Three of Cups. Ooh. Wow, you've got some really positive and beautiful cards, pile 3. Lucky you. This is going to be a lovely, uplifting reading, I think, absolutely already. Firstly, I'm drawn to, well, you've got 2 major arcana cards, the Sun card and Temperance. Major arcana cards tend to represent major life lessons, or major experiences that we will remember because they're quite sort of powerful turning points in our life, in a way. So I think March for you, 2021, is going to be a month that you look back on and really see a lot of, like, progress in your life. Absolutely. It'll be a month that you won't forget, is what I'm getting. Especially with the Sun card here, which tends to represent joy, peace, like having a lot of fun, really living our best life and enjoying each and every moment, being in the moment, like the children here. In the standard Rider-Waite, it's a child riding a horse under the sun with the sunflowers blooming in the background. Like a child just living, being in the moment and having a great time. I think March is going to be a month where you just feel inspired to have a good time with the Three of Cups, which tends to represent celebration and socializing, being around those people that are most dear to you, your friends and family. I really see you wanting to, like, well, get out and socialize and be inspired to just have a good time and have fun. But I think also you're feeling inspired to start bringing out the best in other people, is what I'm getting with the Sun and the Three of Cups. I have a feeling that your recent past, pile 3, with Temperance there, Temperance tends to indicate starting to get the balance right in life again. It's a lesson of moderation where you start to see the rewards for, like, overcoming certain challenges or getting that balance right in terms of, like, how much you can do and how much you need to, like, focus on other things, if you know what I mean. So I think you've been working on sort of finding balance back in your life, really. If you've been feeling a little bit down and out recently, and it's not surprising, the other 3 readings had a similar message too. With COVID and all of us being in lockdown and isolation, it's just been a really depressing couple of years, to be honest. Maybe you haven't been able to get outside, or you may have even lost your job potentially, or you've just been feeling a little bit low, right? Just been going through a little bit of, like, mild depression or something. You're getting back on the horse again, right? You found that spark. You found that thing that's been motivating you and wants you to get back out and to start living your best life again. It may be something that you found within, that spark within. You've just thought, you know what, screw this. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm just going to start getting out and doing the things that I love. And I really see that's what you're going to do in the month of March. You're going to get out there. You're feeling inspired to, like, start doing those things that bring you happiness, and sharing your joy and your happiness with other people and lifting them up also. Really, like, getting and investing in positive vibes from being around people that you know are resonating at the same vibration, in a sense. You're putting out positive energy and they're giving it back to you, which I think is really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So good on you, pile 3. I am also seeing here too, the Sun card. The sun being, I guess, the source of energy and that fire that literally creates life in our universe, or our solar system, I should say. And the Ace of Wands, which tends to talk about a spark of inspiration, new passion. You may have a desire in March to start a new project, something that you're very passionate about. because I am seeing you being very, very creative in general. The sun also rules the zodiac of Leo, who are probably the most creative of all of the zodiac, really. That stand tall and bright and put themselves out there and really chase their own dreams and desires without really even giving a shit about what anyone else thinks of them. I think you're coming into a place with temperance too, that you're starting to not care about what other people think about your life and what it is that you want. And maybe in the month of March, you'll be brave enough to like start something new and to put yourself out there and to know that the people that really love you the most, those people that are most important to you, will support you. What's the expression? Those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. I think you'll just be getting energy and positivity from those people that you know do want the best from you and do feel that you have a lot of creative talents and passions that you should be sharing with the world, Pile 3. So it's just a month of happiness and joy, but also a month, I think, where you feel inspired to do those things that you probably always wanted to do, or at least to get back to doing those things that used to bring you joy in the past, is what I'm seeing. So beautiful. Moving on from that, let's have a look at your tarot, your oracle cards, I should say. Ooh, you have the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. That's lovely. I'm going to put that over here with the Three of Cups because it sort of reminds me of that essence of sharing love with those people that are most important to you. And you have the Chameleon spirit. Oh, I love this card. I love the deep purple color. It's my favorite color of all. Act as if. What I am noticing, can you see that? You have 14. 1 and 4 make 5. And you also have 41, which is sort of a mirror image. So number patterns might be significant to you right now. You might be seeing a lot of like recurring number patterns. Lots of signs and synchronicities in your reality right now, Pile 3. I've also just realized Pile 3. 3 is like the creative energy. 3 is the number of creativity. I just sense that this is a really, really creative group, along with the Nightingale spirit here too. And you can see the musical notes coming out of like, I guess, the trumpet. And the Nightingale spirit is a beautiful song voice. So quite literally, you might be a singer. You might have a beautiful like song voice and you need to share your voice with the world. There might be something that you're inspired to do or say and to share like your voice or your truth with a group of people potentially. Maybe you've been inspired to start a YouTube channel and to start sharing your thoughts on reality and the things that you've managed to overcome in your life. Or you might just be creative in general, very artistic, and it's time for you to get back to it and start sharing your creative talents again. I am also seeing too, let's have a look at your last oracle card before I get too excited. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Okay. Interesting, you may be inspired to actually go back to school and start studying something new. If you've been wondering if you'd be accepted into a certain college or university or some sort of like trade school or art school that you've always wanted to do, something that you're very, very passionate about, then I think absolutely with the Sun card here and the Earth School, I think you will be accepted. Don't be afraid to apply for something that you've always wanted to do. But mostly I'm just getting for you, like with the woman here, it reminds me of the Fool card, diving deep into the earth, taking that step, taking a risk in a sense of putting yourself out there, believing that the universe has your back and is supporting you. I think it's time for you to just to just believe that everything will turn out okay. With the Chameleon spirit, I am sensing maybe this is a group that would do really, really well with starting a new business, potentially, as like a side hustle. If there is something that you've always wanted to do in terms of like your creative talents and sharing your creative gifts with the world in a business sense, now is the time. And with the Act as If card, the Chameleon spirit and the Earth School, these are both just encouraging you. I'm getting the message of encouraging you to start pretending or acting as if like the thing that you're investing your time has already achieved the goals that you want it to in the future, to start being that person that is actually living that life that you want, or that is living that vision that you have in mind of the thing that you want in the future, Pile 3. It's through like doing the things that our future self will do when we've achieved those things that we want right now, that creates that pattern of actually getting towards that thing in the future. But not only that, the universe tends to reward us. It's a law of attraction. If we put our positive energy and start to feel the emotions associated with what it is that we actually want right now, then the universe notices, hey, why isn't that there? This person feels like that should be in their life. It's missing. We need to give it to them. So through being the person and doing the things right now, acting as if you are that person that's already achieved or has created the business that you want to create, that has manifested the life that you want in the future, pile 3, in March 2021 is how you will get closer to living that best life in the future. So really believe in yourself, put yourself out there, do the things that you love. Start investing time again in your creative talents, because I see this group being incredibly talented, and your gifts need to be shared there with the Sun card, absolutely. Because it is something that you enjoy too, with the Ace of Wands and the Sun. There's a lot of passion here. It's just about believing in yourself that you will be successful. Beautiful. Moving on from that, pile 3, let's see if we can get some further messages for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Spirit, can we get any further messages, please, for pile number 3, who are just having a lot of fun again, feeling inspired to do the things that they love in March, is what I'm seeing. And you know, spending a lot of time with those people that lift them up and vice versa. Beautiful. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? I've also just noticed, too, that Temperance, which is ruled by the angel Sachiel, which is the ruler of wealth and prosperity. Wealth and prosperity. There's a lot of success in your future, absolutely, is what I'm seeing for you, pile 3. But also, Temperance can be an indication of divine guidance, like angels sending you signs and synchronicities. I think you are being very, very supported right now to do something big and bold, to really like follow your passions and to put yourself out there. Ooh, there's your first card. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Okay, that's too many cards. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Interesting that was Leo, right? I picked up on Leo earlier with the Sun card, so you might have some strong Leo placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, potentially. Maybe Leo is a rule of your 6th house, or your 10th house of your career and your legacy. Any further messages, please, Spirit? Pile number 3. One more. No, okay. So you've got one card. Ooh, the waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, beautiful. Potentially, you've already started to do something that you love and that you're passionate about. And if you're wondering when you're going to start to see the rewards or to see that thing take off, to start having more and more success, remember that you have Archangel Sachiel here, which rules success and prosperity, and the Sun card, which is all about success and living your best life. I do see that March is a month where you start to see progress and having rewards, like maybe people start investing in you and your talents. It's also a month, I think, with the energy gaining momentum, where you start to feel more and more inspired the more that you do. You have more and more belief in your passions and your talents. I just sense it's a month where you start to sense that you're on the right path and that you start to believe that everything will turn out bigger and better than you could ever have imagined. Beautiful reading for you. This is these cards are amazing. I'm also drawn here too to the birds in the Energies Gaining Momentum card. You can see like 3 birds flying there in the sky, and you also have the Nightingale spirit. So maybe birds are a significant sort of totem spirit for you also, pile 3. You might receive a lot of like feathers on your path as a sign from the universe to support you and let you know that you're on the right journey. Or you may even like hear a lot of like certain songbirds singing in the distance, just to catch your attention and to remind you that spirit is with you and supporting you. So keep an ear out and an eye out for like, you know, certain birds, maybe nightingales are significant in your area. Anyway, let's get a close-up message for you from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Ooh, bam. There it is. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Okay. To forget what I think I need. I think that's just a gentle reminder, pile 3, that the universe sort of sometimes knows better. I do see this being a really like positive month anyway for you, but I think this card is basically just saying that if something hasn't worked out in the past, and maybe that's upset you, with Temperance here, this does indicate that you've started to overcome any ill feelings or, you know, feeling a little bit down. You're starting to believe in yourself again and starting to get that balance right in your life. That when you're asking for things from the universe, if it doesn't turn out, then it probably wasn't meant to be. That there's probably something better coming your way. The universe has bigger and better plans for you. But I think you already know what it is that you want. And I think you just need to trust in that anyway. Because this is a month where you find that spark for life again that maybe has been lacking recently. And I just think you're going to have an amazing time. So go get him, pile 3. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 4. Hello, welcome pile 4 with the Hematite stone, which is magnetic. Maybe you're very magnetic in personality, pile 4. Also in terms of like drawing towards you the things that you want in your life. Anyway, firstly, let's get started with your tarot cards to see what you can expect in the month of March 2021. I'd just like to say happy birthday to all of my fellow Pisceans. I'm a Pisces. My birthday's on the 18th. I'm actually turning 40 this month, so I'm a little hesitant about that, but there's not much you can do about it. Anyway, for you, you have the Tower card, okay. You have the 4 of Coins, or the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you also have the 2 of Coins, or the 2 of Pentacles. And your final card is Justice. Interesting. So you have 2 major arcana there too. That's 3 of the 4 groups got 2 major arcana, which is pretty significant, I think. Major arcana are actually major life lessons or major experiences in a life that are things that we don't tend to forget. So I think for you also, March is going to be a very sort of significant month, pile 4. One that you'll remember in time. You'll be able to look back upon and start to see that you made a lot of changes, is what I'm getting. With the Tower card here, which represents like things falling apart in your life very unexpectedly. Generally, it's a card that represents like things that weren't meant to be in your life are being ripped away from you because Spirit has a better plan for you, and it's time for you to build a life that is more in alignment with who you want to be in the future, in a sense. And with Justice, which is all about truth and karma. For me, justice tends to represent karma, like what goes around comes around. And I mean that in a positive sense. That expression can have a very negative overtone, but karma generally is just about like, you know, reaping what you sow, in a sense. What I am getting from the Tarot and Justice is it kind of, in a way, in its own sense, reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. This is something that's been fated for you. So whatever it is that may fall apart during the month of March, or that's recently fallen apart for you, pile 4, you may have gone through a bit of a Tower moment where you may have lost your job, a breakup in a relationship. You've had a series of events that just didn't work out the way that you were hoping for. You know, something devastating really has just happened to you. Just know that I think that Spirit has a plan for you, and that this thing was meant to be broken away from your life, because essentially there's things that are better for you coming your way, is what I'm getting with Justice also. There's better things coming your way, absolutely, is what I'm seeing. Interesting also, I've just noticed with Justice, and you've got the 2 of Coins, that also has the Scales, like, which is all about balance and harmony, getting that balance in your life back again. I think what's been taken away from you has been done so that you can actually start to see what is good and working in your life and start to focus on those things a little bit more. Because, you know, we all have things that we can be grateful for in our life at any given moment and in any experience. Like if you're going through a breakup, even though it is horrendous and heart-wrenching, and you may not feel as if you're ever going to get over it or that you'll never love again. But what are the positives in a breakup? Like, you feel more than you've probably felt in a very, very long time. And even though it's pain, it's still a feeling, it's still an emotion. And emotions are something that, you know, if we weren't in a 3D body, in this reality, if we were still just a soul out in the ethereal realm, we wouldn't be able to feel those feels. In breakups, we also get to feel like, you know, that we are self-reliant and it's time to look after ourselves and to stand on our own 2 feet again. If you've lost a job, that can be devastating, but maybe it's an opportunity for you to find something that's better suited for you, right? Like, when one door closes, another door opens is what I'm seeing, really. Like, it's time for you to start seeing what is working in your life and what you have to be grateful for right now and focus on that a little bit more. The 4 of Coins generally represents being attached to things too much. The 4 of Coins comes before the 5 of Coins, which the 5 of Pentacles in the Stone of Rider-Waite is where the 2 men are walking out in the cold, in the snow. They've lost everything, essentially. And they feel abandoned. They feel as if the universe has forgotten about them and that there's no one there to care for them or to help them out. But it's just a lesson in life to sort of let go of the things that we know we don't need, in a way. Like, there may be things in this 3D reality that you're holding on too tightly to. And with the Tower card, I can see that those things are going to be taken away from you so that you can make room for focusing on the things that are probably more important and that actually are working for you right now. So March is probably going to be a month of like reflection for you, Pile 4. A month when maybe you'll be forced to look at the things that are good for you, and to actually give more energy and effort into those things that are more beneficial to you in your life, in a way. Like with the Justice card here too, and the Archangel Michael's sword, I guess in a way like cutting away things that aren't working, but learning to stand up for the things that are important to you too, and giving more energy to those things is what I'm seeing. Absolutely, getting that balance right with the 2 of Coins, and really starting to like focus on the things that will take you forward in life, and potentially letting go of the things that were holding you back in life is what I'm seeing. So it is a positive month. It may not sound very optimistic in this reading, but I think it's a month where you'll be able to look back and go, this was a massive turning point in my life, and I'm so grateful for this experience, because now I'm on a path that is more like fulfilling in my life, and I feel like I'm a better person because of it. Moving on from that, Pile 4. Ooh, you had the Bear Spirit. Take time out. Number 9. Okay. That's not surprising at all. I just think if you are going through a bit of a tower moment and things are falling apart, or there's been some experience recently that has been really heartbreaking and hard to bear, that was an unintended pun, that now is a great time to look after yourself. With the Take Time Out, this is all about nurturing your own needs right now, like self-care and self-love, allowing yourself to feel down and miserable, because the tower is not an easy moment at all. Try not to like rush yourself with getting back on the horse. Like, allow yourself to feel those emotions, to feel that grief, to feel angry and frustrated that certain things in your life just didn't work out the way that you were hoping for. But also to spend time doing things that maybe make you feel a little bit better right now too. Like taking time to read a book, spending time on your own so you can do a lot of self-reflection in a way. So you can work out what it is that actually is working for you and focus a little bit more on that too. Ooh, you have the Crow Spirit, number 17. Co-create with Spirit, lovely. The crow for me is probably my most significant animal totem. Like, I get a lot of messages from crows, I think. Just when I'm out on a walk and I hear a crow cawing, I think generally it's a message from Spirit that whatever I was thinking, or if I'm watching a video, because I tend to watch a lot of like pick a card readings on YouTube too, if I'm watching a video and somebody says something and I hear a crow in the background, I think for me it's a message that Spirit is saying that was significant, take note of that. And maybe that's a message you need to hear also too, Pile 4. I'm really getting for you that Spirit is encouraging you to to start again, or at least to start focusing on something new, to focus on something that you are very, very passionate about, something that is actually working in your life. With Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. This does indicate that you have the ability to work with the universe and Spirit to actually create the life that you've always wanted, to start again on a solid foundation. With 4 here too, 4 of coins, 4 being the number, and pile 4 being the number of a solid foundation, something that is like in your life that will lead you to actually living a better life in the future that you've always wanted to live. And you have the 7 star sisters, birthing, creations, tapestry of life, expression. Okay. This is also similar to pile 3, I think. I do sense that there's something potentially you've always wanted to try a pile 4, but you've been maybe a little too afraid of in the past, so maybe you just hadn't had the time to do it. You may have also just been a little worried that if you put yourself out there, people won't support you. But I think that the cards here with the Crow Spirit and co-create with Spirit and birthing creations, I have a feeling that you're a very creative individual also. I am seeing with Justice that you're incredibly intelligent. Also very, very thoughtful of other people's needs and wants, I think. And expression. I just sense that maybe there's something that you're supposed to show or give back to the people around you in a way. I like to think that people that go through the worst experiences in life, then when they turn their life around and start living their best life in the future, and you can and will turn your life around, like this grief or heartbreak will pass. Like one of the only certainties in life is change, right? Like, and your emotions will pass too. You will feel good again, absolutely. You will find that balance again in life and start to like focus on the things that are working for you and put more energy into those things. I'm seeing pile 4. But it's those people that really, really go through like the hardest experiences in life, when they actually like find that spark of inspiration again and start living their best life, they become a beacon of hope for other people that are going through similar experiences. So in a way, I think maybe you're supposed to share your voice and share, how it is that you managed to turn your life around for the better, how it is that you managed to get through this harrowing experience over here with the Tower card. That's what I'm seeing with Justice and the 7 Star Sisters. But also I'm just seeing that whatever it is that you want, pile 4, now is the time to go after it. Now that this thing is out of your life, it's a clean slate. It's an opportunity to start again with something that is more inspiring and fulfilling for you. So this is really, really optimistic, I sense, because you have an opportunity now to go after your best life and to do the things that you love, and to just trust that Spirit is supporting you on this journey with lots of signs and synchronicities on your way to let you know that you're on the right path and that things are going to work out for you. Beautiful. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you from the Moonology cards, which are generally my favorite deck. I love this deck. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4, who may need to start again, or who are starting to realize that it's time to focus on the blessings that they have in their life right now and put more energy and effort into the things that actually are more important to them. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Now that's beautiful. Okay. I'm actually filming this on the day of the full moon in Virgo, which is really synchronistic, and I'm not surprised I came out. I actually got shivers from this. Today's the full moon in Virgo in Pisces, so I just think that's a powerful message that Spirit is supporting you, and you are good enough, right? Full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. Once again, Virgos are all about nurturing their own needs and putting themselves first. They really take care of themselves quite well. So I think there's a message there about self-care right now, also powerful, because you've been through some really hard, harrowing times, and it's time to look after your mental health and to start treating yourself and doing things that you love so that you can help yourself get out of the doldrums. But also, you are good enough. Whatever it is that you want to do, if you've been holding yourself back in the past, thinking that maybe you won't achieve success or that people won't like what you have to offer, then A, screw that. Those people really don't matter. But B, this is letting you know that you have a talent, that you are creative, that you will have success in your future. Absolutely. You need to just put yourself out there and believe in yourself. This is an opportunity for a second chance in life. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4, sorry. There we go. Ooh, okay. The waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. Wow, this has come out for 3 of the 4 piles. Interesting. Which gives me an indication that you've already started making changes. I think maybe the tower moment is happening to you right now. It's already happened in the past, pile 3, maybe in the last few months. And I sense you're starting to work on yourself and really starting to see why or what the benefits were from whatever this experience was for you. You are starting to believe in yourself again, starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think this is also a beautiful reminder that if you focus on the things that you love and start putting yourself out there, in March, I think you will start to see like trajectory with that project, like things starting to take off a little bit, people starting to invest in your talents. You also starting to feel really, really good about what it is that you have to offer the world and the people around you. Interesting also, I noticed too, this came out in pile 3. So there may actually be a message for you there too, pile 4. But pile 3 also got another bird too. I think birds for you are also very significant. They may be like an animal totem that you can rely upon to receive messages when you need a message from the universe. Interesting. Anyway, let's get a closeout message for you from the universe as your back deck. Spirit, can we get a closeout message, please, for pile number 4? Who are now taking a chance on something new, I think, and starting to believe in themselves because they are good enough. They have so much to offer the world. I also see, too, with the full moon in Virgo, as I mentioned, also, Virgos tend to like really look after their own needs. They like to be of service by, they make great healers. They're very, very meticulous and very organized, but they like to like share their talents with being of service to the world somehow. And I was picking up on that earlier with the Justice card here and the 7 Sisters. I think maybe the experiences that you've been through in your past, it may have been really hard to bear. Once you get through it, you can then use those experiences to help guide other people that are going through like a really hard time in life. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. That's really, really beautiful. And that really just reminds me about like, being grateful for what you have right now, but also like, once again, a reminder to do something that you love, that can be of service and that contributes to the greater good, like the highest good for all. You have so many talents, powerful, that you need to share, I think. Once you get through this heartbreak or this pain, I think you're going to be unstoppable. And it all starts for you in March 2021. Go get them. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope it resonated with you, even though I know it's probably a bit of a hard reading to hear, because you've really been feeling it, I sense. If it did resonate, please like and subscribe. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.